Okay, guys, sorry about that. We were just having some problems with the with the camera on the tripod. We thought it was going to blow over, so we had to stabilise it a bit. So this is part two. Doesn't matter. We have plenty of part twos in JH Practice T videos. Okay, now a couple of other things reinforcing. Now, one of the things that I've basically gone back to, well, I haven't gone back to, but it was in channel lock initially, where we were basically orientated left, then we back cocked into orientation right, and then we hit to the right. Now, for some people that creates good torque in the golf swing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As a matter of fact, when I do it, I hit the ball pretty well. So you've got an option, guys. You can either set up like I set up now, which is basically here, and then I just drop that trail foot back a little bit, so I'm closed to closed. But that helps me turn a little bit. But if you're a bit more flexible than me, and I would suggest my stance for the older, less flexible people, but people that aren't as well endowed flexibility-wise, or have more flexibility and want to create a bit more torque, just set up orientated to the left. If this is our target line down here, this is normal. Here, I get in here and I'm closed to closed here into there. But we can be orientated here with the shoulders open here, and then we get in here and then we back cock into here. Now that gives me a lot of torque immediately in my left lead side or my left groin, and that whole area there gives me a lot of torque in there. Very much Trevino, aim left, hit right. Now you can do that if you want to. I mean that was in the original specification, if you will, of channel lock at the outset. Now there's no reason why you can't go back and do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now the other thing, guys, that I would suggest that you can do if you want to, a number of people would probably be uncomfortable with the way I set up to the ball, and that is that I'm very much with my trail arm the gunslinger. You know, we talk about the gunslinger, which was Da Vinci Code. Here I like to have my trail arm in there because it really does get me compact in the backswing, and it gets me in the channel really quickly. But if you're not comfortable with having that what I call, you know, half a right arm at address, using Jimmy Ballard's terminology, he used to talk about half a left arm, but half a right arm, you can have a full trail arm at address. We can say this is Mo Norman visits channel lock. Guys, you can do this. You can set up with a full extension here, like that. If you're comfortable doing that, you can do that. That's full extension. That's almost single plane or single axis golf swing. You can do that. Now the good thing about that, for people that would feel uncomfortable with that, because what happens is if I'm in here at address and you see me when I'm in here at address that I have my club inside the ball. That's because I know that my arm is in here at address and it's going to go out there, it's going to straighten in the downswing, so it's going to increase the radius out. So that's why I have my club inside. But if you're someone that doesn't have their club inside and you have it there and you have your arm on the body there, as you come down, the arm's going to straighten and you'll miss the golf ball. So that's idiosyncratic of me. You don't have to do that. You can set up normally. You can have full extension here, which is basically Mo Norman. We can just set up like that. Now the good thing about that, if you set up with that orientation, is that it really does drop the weight into the trail axis at address. If I get in here and I get out there like that, I feel everything's over here. So I can unload that lead foot. See how I can unload that lead foot there? I can just do that because I'm here. There. So guys, there's options. You can do whatever you like. Just hang on a sec. Sorry to walk off, guys, but we're not organised today. We're just Here guys, so confident. I haven't been here for so long, but I've got my son here behind the camera, and I keep saying to him that I can just step up here dead cold anytime, even in the most atrocious conditions, and just pull out a driver, no practice swings, nothing, and smash it. So guys, here we are, we're 40-inch driver, and here we are guys, first hit for ages. We've got a screaming left to right wind here, probably 40, 50 Ks left to right. We've got a target out there, that big tree up there. I'll just take this up there, and guys, what I'll do is I'll do two swings. I'll do one with my normal gunslinger, and I'll do one with the Mo Norman meets channel lock. Okay, we'll do gunslinger first. Here we go. Now guys, the process of setting up, I keep saying this to my son. I mean, he hits the ball good, but he's very erratic most times because he's not consistent with his setup. The two great ball strikers of all time were Mo Norman and Count Yogi, and they were millisecond precise in the way they set up to hit the ball every time. Now, I'm not millisecond precise, but I'm pretty precise, and that is I do the same thing basically all the time, and that is I take my address like this, I get in here like that, I feel it here, get in here, and then I go. I don't dilly-dally. There's no dilly-dally over the ball. So just take that into consideration and think about that. Okay, here we go. Haven't hit a ball for ages. So here we go. Here's the setup. Now this will be my normal gunslinger. Here. Now guys, that's a laser shot. Hard left to right headwind. That was just a little 3-4 yard draw, power draw back into the wind. Now, see what was going on there? See how I kept both feet down? Now, the reason I did that was I'm buttressing against that wind. That wind wants to blow me over. So it's a major plus in keeping both feet down. Plus, when you keep both feet down, it tends to keep this buttock back, and you can hit away like that. I feel, guys, when I hit the ball, that this is shut down, and I'm doing that. This body's still facing there, and I'm doing that. Now, that was a perfect shot with the gunslinger. Now, this is with single axis. This is a full extension, which I normally don't do. But here we go. This is Mo Norman meets channel lock. Wow, wow. That's 20 longer in the air, guys. Is that right? Yeah. And my son's just saying, woo. Now, who's to say Mo doesn't meet channel lock? Who's to say we can't have a Moloch, which we talked about a Moloch ages ago. But guys, that was a bullet, and the wind is so strong, and that was just, but you can probably hear the difference in the contact there. All right, now I'll just take it back nice and slowly try and get what I was working on, the 2019 pause factor, what I call the ready lock. Get back here and don't hit it until you're ready. See if we can really work on that. Here we go. Boy, it's windy. Woo. Here we go. This is Moloch. Oh, look at this, guys, look. Now what that shows and what that indicates is that is just a pure arm swing, guys. I'm not trying to rotate. I'm not trying to get any rotational body function into my golf swing. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do any of that. But they're just perfect flighted golf balls. Amazingly so. All right, now I'm warmed up after 4 shots. I'll let the big dog eat, as they say. Here we go. Think I can hit over that back fence? If you bring the fence closer. That would be equivalent to hitting 380 on the fly to get over that fence today with the wind. Okay, here we are. This is Moloch. Huh? That's interesting. My son said that looks like there's a lot more grunt in the swing with the Moloch. Okay, I've been working out pretty hard in my absence from the practice team. I'm quite physically strong at the moment. I'm actually, guys at my age, I'm doing PBs just about every week, which is again is something to think about. You can do it. Right now, my son says clearly I never turn my shoulders, and I don't. But I'm going to try and turn my shoulders here. Here we go. Eh? Eh? Just so much more. Guys, the ball speed is so much higher. Can't believe it.
Let's go another 30 degrees.
Okay, huh?
Just another 30 degrees.
Okay. More shoulder turn. Moloch. How do you like that? They're just.
That's about 3 degrees more.
Right, we'll hit a proper golf ball. It's a new Shrix on. Right, well, for me, the secret to making more shoulder turn is to make the backswing take more time. So I'll take more time. Oh. Guys, the wind is just ballistic, and they're just. See how much further that new ball went? New ball compared to a range ball. Okay, one more. Okay, what else can I tell you? Okay, there'll be a number of things. I'll do some more videos this week, but we just want to get the camera tuned and this audio tuned. And if it works today under these conditions, we've got something. I'll just go slightly. I'll hit a couple this way, guys. Give us a slightly different angle. But see how my feet are down and I'm not trying to rotate? Huh?
Make a turn.
Make a turn. Make a turn. So what was that? Was that turn a bit better?
Yeah.
Well, what's restricting me from turning at the moment is that I'm hitting into the wind, crosswind, and I'm balancing against the wind. All right, I'll really make an effort. I might miss hit this, but I'm going to really try and turn. Okay. The sun says bent left elbow. That's so much more clubhead speed. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, so there's just a few things. Just a couple of videos today, trying out our audio, but a bit of information in there. So get back with your comments and start asking some questions and some confirmation type questions where you're not so sure on things, and we'll get back in the groove. The weather's set to improve a little bit, and providing we don't get locked out of the driving range and don't close everything down like they're closing everything else down because of the coronavirus, we'll be back here next week. Okay guys, thanks for that, and we'll be back on the tee next week.